Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Banknote Trading, where we take a look at the US dollar pairs in the Forex market. Today, we'll start by taking a look at Euro USD on the 4-hour chart. Of course, swing structure bullish, internal structure has been bearish, making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, consolidated, and continue to break down. It looks like structures continue to break down to the downside, but we are saying that obviously this price action is back into this area of consolidation, with this being the resistance, with this being support. But overall, still swing structure bullish. But right now, sellers are stepping up, and you can see more locally on this Thursday that it has broken this fractal structure to the upside. But overall, you can consider this just another area of consolidation, as price is in between this area of support and resistance. Even though it did break this fractal structure to the upside, we're waiting to see if momentum can pick up and push further to the upside. If it does start to take out more highs, I'll be looking to take any type of opportunity to buy, as like I said, the swing structure would align with that internal structure. But waiting to see any strength or decline on the dollar index. GBP USD, let's go map out the current range. More bearish, and of course swing structure bullish because these lows took out these highs and made this high when sellers step back in. Of course, internally it's been bearish, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and it's in this area where these lows were formed. The strong higher low was formed, and now price is coming back down to it. If it does continue, you can expect this to break, and then I'll be looking at the opportunity to sell once it does retrace to take prices back down to lower prices. So what's an area of consolidation, forming support and resistance. And now, as you can see, price is pushing out of that area. It becomes a supply area, this being the last buy before the sell, pushing prices down. And like I said, expecting it to just continue to push prices further down. And DXY, take a brief look at this. That's internally. We know this is bullish. Higher highs, higher lows. Consolidated, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So still pushing prices higher past this area of resistance. Like I was saying before, this was an area of consolidation, forming support and resistance. Now prices are above that area. Now we're looking to see if we can get past these areas. This is the area of supply that pushed prices down. Let's see if it is. Okay, price is still in that area. So waiting to see if buyers can continue to push prices higher, possibly targeting 100 or targeting the highs in this overall range. Like I said, this overall swing structure was bearish. Of course, it took a while to get there, and then buyers are stepping back up as the dollar's getting stronger. Has to get past this area of supply, and then it's clear from there to go ahead and try to target these highs at the overall range. AUD USD, let's go map out the current range. A more bullish pair, of course, forming higher. It's a higher highs, or higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. And seller step back in, still forming this higher low, and this looks like a V-shaped recovery. Came back up, and we see here it came into this area of supply. Price is still around that area, consolidated. Overall swing structure bullish. Waiting to see these highs get taken out, considering this the area of this whole area of consolidation, forming supply and resistance. Kind of dip below that supply, but then another V-shaped recovery. Buyers step back up, waiting to see if they can start to take out the liquidity of these highs, start to push toward the highs of the overall range. So I'll be looking for the opportunity to buy and target the highs as the dollar continues to get stronger. We have to be cautious because these lows can be taken out at any time. There's still liquidity sitting on these lows. If it does plan on retracing any further, but it did already retrace back down to discount. Just waiting for momentum to pick up in the upward direction to take any opportunity to buy. NZD USD, let's go map out the current range. This continues to break structure to the downside. Saying yesterday it did break structure to the downside. It's been forming lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. got choppy in a corrective pattern, coming back up, retracing, but then eventually sellers did step back up, pushed out of this area of supply, and broke structure to the downside. Now buyers are in an area to retrace, kind of retrace in a V-shaped recovery, but no highs were taken out. There's still liquidity sitting over these highs. Now waiting to see if this impulse will continue to push and target the lows of this overall range, or the overall structure that's been forming, with this being a lower high from these highs out of that area of supply. Just waiting for any momentum to pick up to the downside, just targeting the lows of the overall range, and continue to push prices lower. GBP AUD. It's going to be the last time covering this cross pair, with this being the lower high. It's just been bearish. Swing structure bearish. Yeah, swing structure bearish. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and then just continues to consolidate, choppy sideways, still breaking structure to the downside as it retraces, making lower highs, but just has been in consolidation for the longest. Continue to break structure to the downside, with this being consolidation, forming that support and resistance, and then breaking through the support yesterday. So you can see it did break structure to the downside. So this is now where price is now, at the lows of this overall structure, at this overall range. So now it does look like it's impulsive. It looks like momentum is picking up to the downside. As you can see, structure continues to break to the downside, but once it does retrace, you can see that it does take a while for it to break structure. So only looking for any type of retracement and then any type of selling opportunity once momentum does pick up in that direction. And GBP NZD, let's go and map out the current range. Of course, since it broke this lower high, again, this is the last time I'll be covering this cross pair. It did break out of this lower high. This would be the higher low from these lows. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Of course, it broke out of that past these highs, higher low, and then of course it broke out past this lower high from the highs previous. I wonder if it took out the highs. Came right to the overall high. So technically, swing structure is bullish, with this being the now the higher low. It shouldn't be broken, otherwise I consider this chart bearish. But like I was saying, structure continued to break to the upside out of this area of demand as buyers step back up. Clearly the impulse in that direction, the momentum is taking out highs, just looking for any type of retrace, which it is has retraced right now. So I'll be looking at the opportunity to buy once these fractal structure gets broken, because eternally turn structure bullish, fractal structure swing structure bullish, turn structure bullish. Just waiting for these highs to get taken out, and then I'll be looking at the opportunity to buy in order to target the highs of the overall range. But that's all I have for today. Thank you for joining us.